Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 442 podcast. I'm Azar Madani, and as always, I'm joined by the wonderful Tommy Sondy.
That's me.
And the salacious Tony O.
Morning, boys. No French this week.
No French this week, unfortunately.
Yep.
It's hard to dig into the French when there is not much going on in the Premier League on a week-to-week basis.
I was hoping you'd throw him a different language there. Get him really off his game at the start.
The final was in Lisbon.
Tommy, how many
So it would have been
How many
Portuguese.
languages do you think I know? Huh?
I have a feeling you know at least three, at least.
On the basis of what?
Yeah.
If you don't mind me asking.
Zane seems like a really smart guy. He seems like someone who knows the languages, yeah.
Okay.
So I made that assumption.
This is what they say about all us immigrants, right? I speak a bunch of
It's
languages.
a compliment. That's a huge compliment, no? Yeah?
It is. I won't say no to that. Can we figure out something complimentary to say about Liverpool 2, Arsenal 2? Is that the decency to not be boring?
Yeah, it was a... it was a good game.
It was a match. It was a
Yeah,
match
I think it was a good
schedule.
game. It wasn't a trash game. It was just two teams who have their...
I saw someone describe it as a Community Shield game.
Yeah,
which
it
is
had very much a
the vibe
feel
I
of a
was
Community Shield game, yeah. Arsenal just couldn't be bothered to turn up the first half, and Liverpool couldn't be bothered to turn up in the second half. That's basically what happened.
I mean, Arsenal did spend the entire first half with their thumbs up their own asses anytime they got into the box. It was something to
the
watch.
one where Partey tackles Robertson in the box, this has been us all season, by the way. That's why when you get Tommy always every week or every other week, Tommy drops something in the chat. Arsenal need a striker. I always respond with, we need new forwards. Like, a striker's not gonna fix these issues. Like, the Saka chance, for God's sakes, man. Like, the free kick. I don't know. We are last game against PSG. High turnover 7, converted to 1 shot. The game before, high turnover is 9, converted to 3 shots. The game before, high turnover is 16, converted into 3 shots. It's dreadful. Like, we do not generate enough shots from high turnovers. And you can see it in that moment. 3 guys were one-on-one with the keeper, and all of them decided to leave it for each other. It was nuts. Yeah.
I love seeing some unselfish play, you know?
No, I don't. I fucking hate it.
Tony's seen it now. I'm still thinking about that Saka chance that he missed against PSG when he was right in front of goal and skies it. I still have that in my mind. What could have been, right?
Gotta control it. Like, you just gotta cushion it. The keeper's out of the picture. Don't finish it. Just cushion it. No one's gonna tackle it. Yeah.
I'm convinced that Gianluigi Donnarumma is just Saka's sleep demon at this point. Like,
yeah.
that man haunts Bukayo Saka at every turn, doesn't he?
Good of him to get a goal in the end, but I don't know, man. We need new forwards. Yeah.
It's almost there. You're almost at the end, and then you can.
And then I can watch us flop around and buy a
late.
left back. Yeah. Looking forward to it.
They have apparently signed Zubimendi. I'm hearing that's probably done for 60 mil.
I don't believe that. I've heard it, but Zubimendi, he's what's a friendly way I can use this? He's proven to be indecisive with his decision making when it comes to transfers.
Yeah.
So
he could back out. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. We believe we have signed Zubimendi. Could end up at Real Madrid. Who knows? Yeah. Zubimendi is a start. We need another 6, but we need forwards. And simple as that. On the Liverpool side, by the way, did you feel like Salah had zero interest in winning the game and was just trying to break the assist record?
Oh,
yeah, like...
Yeah.
This
is very
this is the
stats
least
driven.
I have ever seen.
Yeah.
This is the least I've ever seen Salah shoot.
Yeah, he just
he was
didn't.
taking
I don't
no
even.
shots
I don't
himself.
remember him shooting in the entire game. He was just trying to lay it off. And to be fair, he created some good chances.
That's what I was
Just-
gonna say. He did. They some of them should have been in the back of
The
net.
Diaz
Some-
miss
a
was
couple of them,
bad. Like
Yeah.
that was bad. Yeah, funny guy, man. He's trying to break that record. He has 2 games left to get 3 assists. Yeah,
Wait, how many does he need?
he needs 21 assists. I think he's on 18. He's been on 18 for a long time. That's
not
generally
gonna happen.
what
It's not gonna
happens.
happen.
That
You know it's not
18
gonna
number,
happen,
that's people always get stuck on it. Ozil got stuck on it. De Bruyne got stuck on it.
It's just at this point, like it's just not there. You know what I mean? Your mind is they've already won. Mine's elsewhere. It's tough to bring the same sort
It's
of.
also
like,
you're now trying to force it, and
Yeah.
it almost becomes
Yeah.
harder when you're trying to force
big
it,
time,
right?
big time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was interesting to hear the reception that
was-
Trent got when he came on. I thought that was pretty bad.
That was disappointing, man. That's not right. And there was a very large section of that crowd that were booing Trent, and it's just I
They
would
started
never.
chanting, "There's only one Connor Bradley" as well.
He had
at
a
the same
bad
time.
game. I'm sorry, he's not as good as Trent. Nowhere near
No
as good
chance,
as
yeah.
Trent. Like he's a 0 in the final third. They're going to miss Trent. They need a right back to replace what he gives them. And he looked good when he came on. Created a few chances with his combination with Salah. It's just distasteful, man. Considering what he has won that club, the moments he's given them, in the Premier League era, he's their most successful academy product. It's weird
Yeah.
to me.
Like comfortably
Yeah,
the
by
most
far,
successful.
no one is close.
Um,
Yeah.
I just, like some of the Liverpool associated pundits, let's say, have been particularly weird about this.
Jamie
'cause,
Carragher, we can say
when
this.
Jamie Carragher,
Yeah.
I think a couple of other them have been weird too, but Jamie Carragher's front and center is he was talking about how Trent has gone from a hero to a cop rival or whatever the fuck he said. He's being very weird about it, and then he was also being like, "Oh, I don't like seeing when a player wearing a Liverpool shirt gets booed by the Liverpool fans." I'm like,
You are stoking the fires,
"You were
my
booing
guy.
him.
Yeah.
You're literally doing this."
You're stoking the
I
fires.
don't know, man. Carragher does this a lot.
Yeah.
He does this a lot.
You know what?
and
You know what it
I love
is? If he's on one platform, he says something else. Then another platform. So he on Sky, he says what's professional. Then let's say he goes to CBS, he says what's really on his mind. You know what I mean? And as if maybe because he thinks he's in the US, we don't see what he's saying. It's like, no, we see what you're saying. Like, how are you contradicting yourself in the space of 2 days? It's nuts. I don't think there's any other fan base that's like this. Like, yeah. Have United lost any academy products to big clubs? I mean, Beckham, I guess, but he.
Lost Beckham, but Beckham was still very well loved.
Yeah.
After he left.
Yeah.
Beckham was a London boy, though, right? Like,
Yeah, he was a London boy. I'm trying to think of a lot of the big names that were from around Manchester ended up staying at United. Like your Scholes, your Giggs, your Nevilles. Do you want to count Phil Neville?
no.
I don't think there was much animosity with him
I mean,
leaving.
Schmeichel played for Man City. He's still fondly thought of.
Yeah.
Like, there's no other club that would do this. It's such weird behavior. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't like. It's not like he's even going somewhere in the Premier League.
No,
if he was going
he's
to
going to
if he was
Madrid.
going to Man City or something, I'd be like, you know what? I get like
100%.
feeling hurt by that. If he's going to Madrid, like, and I don't know, some of the fans online are complaining that because he's leaving on a free, Liverpool aren't even getting a transfer fee for him and this and that.
Got him for free.
Isn't it more respectful to play out your entire contract that you promised the club you would than to angle for a move in the middle of it? Like, and I don't know, the timing of the announcement, he's announced it I mean, obviously it's leaked beforehand, but he's announced it himself after they've won the league title. Sure, his announcement video came off like a YouTuber's apology.
Yeah, but
video.
they've been giving him shit before that, to be fair.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I was like, he's announced it after you've won a Premier League title. It's not like, I mean, if he'd announced it in January, I'm leaving at the end of the season, he would have caught so much shit for derailing their title bid or something like that. I don't know, man.
I remember when
it's
Sterling
not
went
big
to
deal.
Man City, they got a big fee for him. It did not stop the boos. They just always have an excuse to boo a player, man. Like it was, oh, he's going to Man City, or oh, yeah, whatever. Hey, it got so bad the Arsenal fans were actually applauding Trent. They were applauding Trent in irony. It's like, yeah, yeah. Just end the season now, man. It's been a shit season. It's been, I can't remember a season this bad, like, ever.
Yeah.
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 Someone
Back in
asked
jeopardy,
me.
really.
Someone asked me recently, do I think Zidane would succeed in the Premier League? And I was like, you know what? I don't know.
Yes, he would. Yes, he not. Is it Dan?
Okay.
Yes, he would.
Who is the Zidane of the Premier League? Why don't we have one? Who's a maverick in the Premier League, and why don't we have one?
Who
Can I count
is?
Jamie Vardy?
What?
Can I count Jamie Vardy?
All right, you lost me.
You didn't specify Maverick how. He's a Maverick
Okay.
off the pitch.
Yeah, fair enough. On the pitch.
Well, I mean, we're trying to. So you compare someone who's like, I mean,
Zero defensive output, all about doing something special on the field.
did KDB play any defense?
Yes, he
did?
was a
KDB
crazy
pressed a
pressing
lot.
agent.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
It's
Yes,
you'd
that's
have
a
to
zero.
go. You'd have to go back. You'd have to go back
Yeah.
in history, basically, in like Premier League history, to find one. Because I'd be like, Eric Cantona, I could say.
Yeah. Back in the day, we used to have one. Ozil.
But then that's also exactly it's
Yeah.
back
Yeah,
in the
Ozil,
day, right?
yeah.
There's no one right now.
Yeah, none. There's
It's
none.
Mourinho's
See what-
fault because it's Mourinho's fault. We had Juan Mata, perfect, and then Mourinho's like, nah, man, this guy does not play as much defense. Oscar took his position, and then never looked back since then. We've never had anyone on the pitch who can't defend.
Yeah, but even Grealish, like, that's why I said Premier League now. Like, Grealish, he's been pepped. Like, he's no longer a maverick. We don't have Ozil. He did the same thing to Mahrez. Like, I think the closest is Cole Palmer, but he's just not at that level. So, whereas you look at other leagues, they have mavericks for days. We don't have any fun players in the Premier League. Like, none. Like, can you imagine Lamine Yamal in the Premier League? Who's he going to play for?
He'd be playing freaking wing back and having to tuck in when defending. Yeah, yeah. He's not allowed past half man because we can't afford it. Yeah.
PMP.
Yeah, you're right, Tony. You're right. There's a certain lack. I mean, certain lack of that for sure. Yeah.
Hey, if you want something enjoyable, Southampton 0, Manchester City 0.
Oh, fuck, man. What a...
Jesus
How-
Christ, Man City. How are you
How?
giving Southampton Football Club, this particular iteration of Southampton Football Club, a point? You're not even scoring a goal against them. That's embarrassing. Ruben Diaz is getting on the mic after
Yeah.
the game, crying about how Southampton
What a baby.
didn't play football or anything. Brother, these guys have 11 points all season coming in against you. It's not that they don't play football. They don't
can't.
know fucking how.
can't.
They don't know how to play football,
What?
man.
Apparently, City don't know either. Just when they had a mock-up of all their chances, they couldn't do shit either. You know what I mean? So it's like
They didn't have
What are you
any
complaining
They
about?
didn't have any
that's what I mean.
good
They didn't.
chances.
That's what I mean. They didn't have any good chances.
The
Exactly.
lack
Right? They
of
couldn't create
creativity
anything
in City
good.
is
Yeah.
crazy. Like, their forwards
Yeah.
suck, man. They suck. All they can do is cross it to Haaland. That's it. And, yeah. Like, Ramsdale was almost making saves accidentally. Like, he was adding drama to everything. It's like, brother, the ball was going out. Relax. There's no need to touch it. But, yeah.
Hey, you know what? I'll forgive Ramsdale because that man's got PTSD
He
behind
does.
that defense.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
But this,
Poor man's been shelled all season.
we've seen this a few times. Any team sits in the block against City, they're finished. Like, they can't break. Arsenal did it when we had 10 men. Arteta just said, okay, let's just stay in the box. They won't score. And they got one through a set piece at the end. But the days of them being able to unlock teams is long gone, man. Like,
It's
You
crazy.
know what they
given-
need? They need a Maverick.
Yeah.
yeah.
You had
Yeah.
one. Yeah. I was gonna say it's crazy a team that could have like. I mean, they're pretty secure for Champions League, you have to say, but like they could have really just.
No, they're not.
They're
They're
not.
on 65
They are not.
points.
We've been
They're
saying
not.
they're
Still around
secure because we
63.
assumed they would beat Southampton. That's why we've
Yeah.
been saying they're secure.
Yeah.
Now, very
How could
uncomfortable.
you
It's
not
game
beat
on.
How can you not beat Southampton when you have Champions League on the line? I just don't get how you wouldn't just
Hey,
go all out.
It's so bad. Even Man United got 2 wins against Southampton this season. They tried not to, but even they somehow got 2 wins against Southampton. That's how bad Southampton are.
Yeah.
That's crazy. The fact that they lost United twice. Yeah. Speaking of that though, I like that alternate table that Tony sent us about if you take away the points from the bottom 3 teams where United were in a table. Oh,
That was
that
bad.
was dire.
God bless the championship.
dire. Keeping you guys up. That's what they're doing.
Very much so. Very much so.
We need to
City,
change the rules in the Premier League that, anytime a team in the bottom half of the table, or the top 3 teams the 3 teams that come up from the championship win, it's double points, just to make things interesting. Yeah. So that way, Ipswich will be on 44 points, Leicester 44,
Oh.
Southampton would still be on 24, which is sad. Just sad. But,
Wait, are you giving them double points for a draw as well?
Sure.
Because you're just double
Yeah, let's do
points.
that.
Right,
Let's do
right,
that.
Fair enough.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Just double points so that this
Still
gets
not- it's still
interesting.
not
I
enough
love
for
that
Southampton.
Southampton don't move. Southampton
Yeah.
are still there.
Just sad.
Just
Not
don't
enough.
move.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, move on from City. They're I mean,
I'm curious
yeah.
who their next game is against. Like, who do they play next? They're okay. Fulham away,
Tough.
sure.
Tough.
Not the
Fulham?
easiest.
Yeah, but Fulham, they're wrestling
Fulham
in like
kinda
the,
have nothing to do.
the locker rooms now. Yeah, who can take down Adama
Yeah.
Traore? That's their goal right now. They're not caring about football.
Why would you try and do that? Who was
Yeah.
it? Was it
Bassi.
Calvin Bassi?
I love the fact that he said it was because he had no grip, and then he
Yeah.
does the whole
but
training
how are you
thing.
gonna how are you gonna have any grip? That man is Adama's covered in baby oil half the time.
He did mean shoes, but the second time around, it's just embarrassing.
Wait, who's
Who
their
did they
last
play
game
last?
against?
Yeah,
Yeah, who's last?
Who
Bournemouth.
do Man
Is
City
it?
play?
No,
last?
it's not.
Bournemouth.
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
Bournemouth.
I
No.
mean, two
Oh,
teams
sorry.
that really
They
have
play.
nothing.
They
Yeah,
played
it's Bournemouth next and Fulham last.
Yeah, FA Cup final is next week. I didn't know that.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, because then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
makes sense.
because the Bournemouth
That
game
makes
is
sense,
midweek. Let's see, man.
So 2 tough, tricky games. Tricky games, man. Those are not
They
games.
shouldn't be. They shouldn't be though.
Yeah,
They
but we're
shouldn't
talking
be
about a
giving
team
these-
that didn't
I
beat
know.
Southampton.
I know
Like,
that's what I mean. That's the thing. But they should be.
They'd won like 5 games in a row before playing Southampton 2. You're supposed to be in form. What the hell is
If
this?
I were Bournemouth and Fulham, I'd just park everyone in the box and let's see what happens. Just do that. Yeah.
Hey, both teams are better on the counter than Southampton are. They've got a bit of talent up front.
Yeah.
They could do some damage.
I'm for
Fucking
it.
knows. Elsewhere in the Champions League race, Newcastle beat Chelsea 2-0. Tommy, you've got a steely look in your eyes.
I mean, come on, we all expected that. Who
We
thought Chelsea was going to win?
We expected Chelsea would lose this one.
Yeah.
The manner of it, though, conceding in the first 2 minutes to Sandro Tonali, not an ideal start. Some are saying.
Well, I got a little beef with that one. Not the fact that we conceded. It's the fact that you have Gordon lying on the ground, and then gets up just in time. Oh, we have a chance to score. Listen, man, you gotta call the goal off just for that. You can't have a player doing that bullshit there and then getting up. Oh yeah, totally fine. Like, refs have to stamp that crap out. You know what I mean? You know he's looking for a call. You know he's faking it. Don't take the bullshit. Give him a yellow card. Stop the play. You know what I mean? Let him have his injury medics come in. Then no goal gets conceded, and then it would be better off. I hate that shit, man. I hate it.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is Chelsea were defending one less player than they had to be and still conceded.
And still concede. You can look. There's other ways of looking at it, of course. I choose not to look at it that way. but, but yeah.
This is good. This is good. I need to start looking at United games this way.
Yeah, it was not an ideal start, and actually, let's just say, it was not an ideal first half because Jackson decides to jump in with a flying elbow.
Chuck an elbow.
Was it Dan Burn? Is it Dan Burn he got? I can't remember now who he got.
No,
I think it was Cher.
It was Cher.
Cher.
Yeah,
It was Cher. Okay, yeah. I mean, listen.
Well, it'd be like it's hard to get up there to elbow Dan Burn.
Yeah.
In the head.
He initially got a yellow for it. I was like, okay, that seems pretty right, and then they go and review it. It gets a red. I'm like,
it is a red card challenge. Why did they decide it's a red card challenge now? Like, where did that come from?
This
That's
is my
what
question. Like, we've been,
Yeah, it's so frustrating because it's been happening all season. Newcastle have done it a million times. Van Dijk does it all the time. I don't get it. It's like anyone north of London can't do it. The teams in London, hey, like, I'm Manchester United. They're basically a London club at this point. But, yeah.
Thriving.
I
don't think we get close enough to opposition players to elbow them. So.
Well, Bruno, got a red card for tickling someone earlier in the season.
Yeah.
So.
True. I forgot about that one.
Yeah. Violent conduct only applies to specific clubs. Other clubs are allowed to do it. They're seen as the tough guys. It's their culture. It's in their DNA. Like Stoke and Bolton and,
And somehow Bournemouth. I don't know how Bournemouth get away with this shit.
They're
they
south,
do.
so I don't know how they've managed to get that. But, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It should be a red card, but we never seen it. Oh no, never. We don't see it that often. Which was whatever. Still a brain dead move from Jackson. Like, come on, you know what you're doing. You know what I mean? You don't get it. You don't get away with that shit. And it puts us down to 10. And the thing is this: second half. So we took Madueke off. James comes in. We actually played pretty good. We had a good amount of the ball. We had a nice. We attacked down Cucurella's side, and
he had a good shot.
He had a good shot in there. He had a decent amount of space. He was very energetic. Caicedo again was very strong in midfield, and we created maybe another shot. I think later on another good chance later on when Sancho came on. Palmer was off. You know what I mean? He just no finishing right now in his game.
Build up is bad season.
Bad half a season, yeah, I'd say for sure. Yeah.
Did Enzo play this game?
Yeah. Enzo was lively. He was running around quite a bit.
I'm wondering what the formation was. Like where was Palmer? Because Lavia started, no?
Lavia was when this guy plays, man. He shows you why he's good.
So was it a Lavia Caicedo pivot or was Caicedo right back?
Well, it was Reece James who was kind of doing the right back.
Basically, where was Palmer?
Palmer was playing more out wide, cutting into the middle kind of deal. Yeah. But it didn't work because we didn't score, and then we conceded after a stupid deflection. Whatever, we were losing that game. But yeah, my take on Newcastle. Tony, it's just like you can say that about every team, I think, bar Newcastle, maybe, bar Liverpool. Maybe. Even Liverpool need new forwards.
Yeah, they
do. I mean, like what team can you not say that about? You know what I mean? I'm sure Azera would love to trade a Højlund in for a Gyökeres. You know what I mean? That'd be great. But
yes, please.
Yeah,
Yes,
we're all
please.
that.
I'm suddenly I wasn't paying attention, but all of a sudden I'm back in.
We're all in that boat. Yeah.
But, I mean, at the same time, Tommy, Chelsea are now level on points with 6th place Aston Villa because Aston Villa won their game 1-0.
1-0, yeah.
They're 1 point ahead of Nottingham Forest. It's teetering. Hey, Conference League could be back on, baby. Because one Europa League spot is going to either one of the two Chuckle Brothers down at the bottom of the table.
We'll get to that, those little Chuckle Brothers. But we were handed a huge lifeline with Nottingham Forest. It would have been a super dire weekend if Forest had won. The fact that they drew keeps it in our hands. We win our last 2 games.
All of the fountains are required.
That's the thing.
That last game against Nottingham Forest.
It'll probably come down to it. Yeah.
Tommy, do you know who you play next weekend?
Oh, we play a certain team that we
Yes, sir.
seem to have a little trouble with, no matter how
get,
bad you guys are. Yeah.
You get your comedy special against Man United. Now, what stupid thing do we think is going to happen in this game? Because inevitably something stupid happens.
I know. I don't know what it is. You guys could be in the worst run, like you are now.
United and Chelsea games used to be something. Used to be like they used to be like tactical defensive battles at one point, and at some point in the last like 5 or 6 years, we've just decided, right, everyone do a few shots before going in.
Well, the first fixture, it was a tie between us, or did you guys beat us?
I'm sure we didn't beat you.
Maybe it was a tie, because I know we didn't win. We didn't beat you guys, for sure. There's no way, because
it must have been a draw. Must have been a draw then.
That's why I'm a little bit, like, I'm actually, no matter how bad you guys are right now, I'm just, like, a little bit, like, worried, like, we know how to fuck this up. We shoot ourselves in the foot here. Yeah.
I wonder how much. Well, the game is on a Friday night, so I wonder how much United are going to rotate, because they'll have the Europa League final coming up in midweek.
Yeah, but that's a while away, though. That's the thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's a Friday night, I think there's less risk of rotation.
You may go. Give the guys
60
playing
minutes
time.
for the
You know what I mean?
starters.
Yeah, give who's starting Europa League 60 minutes. They play, and then you sub out and see how it goes. So that's why I'm not like super.
It's gonna.
Enthusiastic.
Well, hey, it doesn't really matter what we do. So.
Yeah.
The vibes will be the vibes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You briefly mentioned Nottingham Forest. They drew 2-2 at home to Leicester. A brutal result, conceding a late equalizer to, I think, was it Buonanotte who went through. Yeah. He gave a big celebration about it because he'd been going back and forth with Olaina all game, but that stings, man. That stings because they would have had this down as one of their wins.
Yeah, they had Chris Wood finally scoring a header to take the lead.
He missed a couple of chances, big chances.
Yeah, he's been off.
Yeah,
like Forrest, he's been off. The thing is this: Leicester, they almost won it at the death.
They did. Yeah.
Vardy lays it back, and I think it was Buonanotte that he passed it to.
Yeah.
And they almost got a late winner there. That would have been really devastating for Forest if that happened. Cause,
who do they have next? Forest. We know they have Chelsea at the end.
Yeah, us at the end, and in between. Yeah, good call. Not sure who's pulling up first.
It's not Villa, is it?
West Ham.
Away. They have to win that. If they don't win that, they're done.
Win.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. West Ham coming off a nice positive bounce, but anyways, yeah, Forest.
Oh man, actually, you know what? Looking ahead, because the Chelsea United game being on Friday, just got me looking. Aston Villa Tottenham is also on Friday. United and Spurs somehow affecting these Champions League races is very funny.
You know what? And what happened to these two guys this weekend?
The Chuckle Brothers, Europa League finalists, Thing 1 and Thing 2, both contrived to lose 2-0 at home to West Ham and Palace respectively. This is frankly incredible work. These two teams have been holding hands all season, dropping down the table together. I think Spurs are now 17th, United are now 16th.
I think it's the other way around. I think it's the other way around, no?
No, Spurs are ahead.
Yeah.
Spurs are ahead.
No, United are ahead, no?
No. We have one more point than Spurs.
You're thinking
Spurs
of the table that I sent, but that's based on results only. Right. United beat Southampton home and away, so they're ahead. Yeah.
Spurs, Spurs gave Southampton a point, didn't they? Did they give Southampton a point this season?
You know what? I don't know. I don't pay that much attention to Spurs. I'm sorry, but
the thing is, Spurs having a +4 goal difference and being 17th.
That's wild. Yeah, you never see that.
Work. That's phenomenal work. That's just insane. These two were just comedy, man. Just comedy. One of them is going to be in the Champions League next year. It's
a crime. You know what? That's a crime against humanity. The fact that one of these teams are going to be playing in the Champions League. You know what I mean?
Hey,
The
man,
season after, we're gonna have
win
4
your fucking
teams
tournaments.
in the Premier from the Premier
Yeah,
League.
they're gonna lose. They're gonna lose
Yeah.
the coefficient. Yeah,
Honestly,
single-handedly.
Hey, we're doing good work for the coefficient right now. Put some
yeah,
respect on our name.
yeah, you are, but
I guess that's true. Yeah, 2 English teams in the European final. Yeah. I just it's just so hard to get over the fact that you have 2 teams that should be in a relegation battle because the way they are, but they've been bailed out from having 3 really terrible teams promoted, and then these teams make a European final, and now United are the only thing stopping Spurs from winning a trophy, and this United is like.
I think Spurs are going to do it.
No,
I think
no
Spurs
faith.
are going to
I
do
have
it.
no faith, man.
I actually
They've
think
beaten
Spurs
us
are going to do
3
it.
times already this season.
United are so bad, man. I think Spurs have checked out. I don't think United have checked out. I think they're just bad. That's like you're looking at.
I don't feel confident.
I saw Aaron Wan-Bissaka just have his way. He was having a party on the Old Trafford turf, man. He looked like the best player on the pitch. This guy was a mess at United. He was doing step-overs, like flicks around the corner. He was taking the piss. I'm like, and he got an assist, right? He got an assist for
Yeah,
He
he
did
got
for
Bowen's
Bowen's
goal
goal,
at
yeah.
left
Hey,
half.
I'll be honest with you. I don't know a lot of what happened in this game because I was watching the Forest Leicester game
Yeah.
instead.
I don't blame you.
My only concern from this game is I hope Lenny Yoro is okay and able to play in the Europa League final. That is my only concern from this game.
Yeah.
Oh, and that we reinforce that Hoyland is just not that guy. He is many things, but he is not that
He's
guy.
petrified of chances now. He just wants to hit the ball. You know, he just wants to make contact with the ball when he's shooting. Like
When he scored, because he scored in the second leg against Athletic Club from about half a yard out, like impossible to miss after I think Ahmad put it on a play for him. I wasn't sure if he was going to score that or not. And that's where I'm at with him. And that's not where you want to be with your center forward, right?
You're only center forward at the moment, unless is Xerxes confirmed out for the season?
Xerxes done.
Yeah.
He's done. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Boy, yeah.
And you know the worst
Pretty
part?
some.
With all these United players, like I don't think Hoyland was as good as people said at Atalanta, but we are clearly seeing that there's just something wrong with this club because everyone that's leaving is having a
absolutely.
new lease of life.
Oh, yeah.
It's
They-
crazy.
We have
Except
we
Sancho.
space jam the talent out of people.
Yeah.
Like it's amazing what kind of work they do. I don't know what they've got in the fucking water leaking out of the roof, but they space jam the talent out of people.
It's nuts.
Yeah, it's like
Bruno
kryptonite.
Fernandes is all we have, man. He's all we have.
Yeah, there's some sort of
Wasted
kryptonite
this
for
man's
everyone
career.
who walks into Old Trafford, except for Bruno.
Yeah.
Well,
Still in the final this year. Somehow still in the final.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna be watching it. It's still gonna be. I don't know if it's gonna be a fun
simply-
watch, but
No one talked to me. Was it in a week and a half
I don't
from
know.
today?
Okay. Is it midweek?
yeah,
It's
it's a
on
midweek
Wednesday,
game.
yeah.
Yeah.
Not this Wednesday, but the one after.
Yeah.
No one fucking talked to me. If Spurs win that, you simply will not see me for the rest of the
Tommy, how would you feel
I'm
if
telling
Spurs
you,
win?
I'm not showing
I'm
up.
very conflicted. I don't know how because I don't want United to win, obviously.
Right.
But it's Spurs, and it's like good things don't happen to Spurs. Like I don't know.
The way I see it is, listen, United under Ten Hag, they won FA Cup last year. You know what I mean? They've won.
They've won stuff.
They've won stuff. And you know
Carabao
what?
Cup. FA
I'm
Cup.
okay with it. You know what I mean? Spurs win the Europa League, which is a pretty decent trophy. Like, I'm not okay with it. I'd rather.
I hear you.
Going for United. I'm going for
Yeah.
United here. You know.
If United
Like-
don't win the Europa League next season, I think things could get dark, man. I think we're talking proper relegation battle, not like what we had this season. Like, because where's the money going to come from?
Look at this.
Where's the money going to come from? It's because this squad, Casemiro is bailing them out in games still.
Harry
Casemiro.
Maguire is bailing them out.
Harry Maguire, like, he's not going to be able to run next season, like, at all.
No.
He can barely run. He's jogging. He won't be able to jog next season. How are they going to refresh this squad without Champions League money? That's my question.
It's crazy because like you can tell.
Is it a question that's directed at me?
No.
I don't want to be that cruel.
He was
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you.
It's
Please don't ask me to solve this financial crisis.
The owner, Radcliffe, he was nearly in tears. I mean, I'm sure he was being dramatic, but talking about the financial situation, he's like, there is no money. He was saying it over and over. There is no money. There is no money.
All right, Jim. You're a fucking billionaire. You have money. Give it.
Yeah.
You're telling the Glazers to stop taking fucking dividends for 20 years.
He's not taking dividends, to be
money.
fair.
No, the Glazers. Tell the Glazers to stop
yeah.
doing it. They still own.
They don't give a shit.
70% of the
They
club.
don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I was just gonna add with United, you can clearly tell, it's Europa League or nothing. Like that's the goal. I mean, they don't care
same
the
for
league.
both of them. But
Spurs. I know, but you mentioned with the Spurs,
they're in a better situation.
Like we know, like even if Ange wins, like I think it's pretty clear he's gone. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of been like writings on the wall for him, right?
You think so? If he's in the Champions League next season, you think they sack him?
I do. Given the way they play, the form, you know what I mean. Like they have a little bit less, I feel like, pressure on them than United has. All the pressure's on United for this game, and I don't know if they can handle it.
I agree. That's why I said I think Spurs will win.
Really worried, yeah.
Yeah, it's just too big for United.
I'm just saying, we've lost to them 3 times already this season. There is a pattern.
Wow.
There is a pattern.
It's crazy.
I think we have no wins in our last 6 against Spurs in all comps.
Hey, lads, it's Tottenham, man. Who has this record
That's
against Tottenham?
Everyone
else is beating them.
Yeah. That is all we are relying on for this. You're just going to put Lattice Tottenham up on the wall and hope that works.
Bring back Fergie. Fergie, man.
With the Europa League, we've, it's less physical.
Yeah,
basically.
It is.
So
that's why you've gone through.
We've been slapping teams.
Yeah.
Because it's less physical. We have almost as many goals in the Europa League as we do in the fucking Premier League. We're at 35 in the Europa League and at 42 in the Prem.
Jesus. Wow. Yeah.
Thing is, this final is a Premier League game.
Yeah.
It's going to have a Premier League physicality.
Yeah.
So I'm not confident. I'm not confident at all. So, it'll be nice to do one last pod on Monday before you don't see me again. And you think I'm joking?
No,
I know. You're gonna
I'm
message the group chat a week from Monday, and I will not be there.
I'm laughing because I would do the same thing.
Okay. Oh man. If I was in the final, if we were in the final with Tottenham and we lost to Tottenham,
it's terrifying, man.
It's done. I'm not showing my face. I'm moving.
I'm terrified.
I'm moving, man. So somewhere where no one knows me, and I don't like football at that point. Yeah.
People be like, you must be excited United are in the final. No, I'm terrified. I'm so scared.
But you know the funny thing? I'm saying, logically, I think Spurs will win. I just can't see it. I can't see it, but that's the good thing. They always bottle these. Yeah.
We saw Harry Kane lift a trophy this weekend.
Yeah, Harry Kane lifted a trophy. Anything is possible.
Oh man,
we've seen some things.
Move on. I'm having a breakdown. What else happened this week? Chelsea's women. Speaking of trophies, invincible season. In the women's league. Talk about that for a bit while I just try to calm down.
They beat Liverpool, huh? Lico at the end.
Yeah. 19 wins, 3 draws. It's a proper invincible season. They won it. Who was Arsenal distant second with 12 points back? Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Arsenal beat United. Another beach game at the end of the season. Yeah.
I think both are qualified for the Champions League next season, right?
Yeah. Mallory, what's her keeper's name again? Is it Taylor Ellis? I can't remember. She had a stinker. Not Taylor Ellis, but anyway. The American goalkeeper. She had a stinker for United. Yeah.
I was going to say, when's the final that Arsenal plays Barca?
24th of
24th?
May, yeah.
Okay.
We are not... Our defense has... our defense has fallen to shit. So, that game is going to be...
Yeah, if your
Scary.
defense is awful against that Barca team, that's the worst thing that can happen to you right now.
Mallory Toes Joyce, that's the goalkeeper. She's had a very good season. I think she might be the Golden Glove winner, but yeah, she
generally been good.
She has been,
because we had to replace Earps. Right?
Yeah,
that was big gloves to fill.
yeah, and she's been good. She doesn't start for England at the moment. What's going on there? I don't know what's going on there, but anyway.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah. Yeah, congrats Chelsea. Deserved. Hopefully we're more competitive in the league next season. Yeah. Looking forward to the 24th and dreading the 24th. Because, yeah. But we'll have to play differently for that game. Very much on the counter. We'll see.
Yeah. You have to be solid defensively against that Barca team, or they'll rip you apart. But
you also can't park the bus against them because they, unlike City, they will score.
They know how to unlock teams.
From the edge of the area, little dagger passes, you need to drive them back as well. So, yeah.
Okay.
Your best bet is probably to press them high, actually. Keep them away from your box as much as possible. Like we did to Lyon, but at a much higher level. So, we'll see.
Okay, well, okay. Now there's finals for a neutral to look forward to. So there's that.
Yeah.
Speaking of stuff for neutrals to look forward to, El Clasico was also this weekend, and Barcelona, I mean, they went 2-0 down in this, and then they just came back and slapped the crap out of Real Madrid again.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times
four
Hansi
times
Flick has
this
seen
Four
them.
times this season.
Times?
Yeah.
We say this was a classic. This was a slapping. Like, basically, they gave Real Madrid 20 minutes to have their fun and just said, okay, we're taking over now. It could have been 5, 6. I think Rafinha was offside for one of, like...
Yes.
Yeah, there was a play, he was offside. They had so many more chances. There was one Rafinha skied over.
There was a clear penalty that, for some reason, was decided. Handball on...
I don't think that was a penalty, man.
Oh, that's a penalty. His hand is outstretched.
On Tchouaméni.
It stops it from
His
going
hand's in a natural position. It didn't stop it from going. Oh, my God.
Yes, it did.
It was Ferran Torres. This thing Barcelona do where...
No, man.
The play's still going on, and they run to the sidelines holding their head. I want someone to score on them when they're doing this shit. Drives me nuts. That's not a penalty. I hate... You can't just give penalties
Not a penalty, man. Yeah.
He kicks it at his hand. His hand's
Saving
in a
goal,
natural
man.
position. It's not saving a goal. It was not saving a goal. It's so far away from the box. Courtois will probably chest it. Like, yeah. Yeah, I know it's fun to shit on Madrid at the moment, but yeah, that's not a penalty.
Hey, both these Spanish clubs have been absolute fucking cowards when it comes to refs in the Champions League and everywhere else this season. Post their elimination by Inter, Barca were complaining about the ref for some reason. I'm not
They
entirely
say
sure
the
why.
challenge on who was it? The equalizer basically by
That led
Cherby.
3-3,
Yeah, they're saying that was a foul. I don't think that's a foul.
All right, they can sit back down. I will not be hearing any Barcelona complaining about referees.
Yeah. What a game, by
Chelsea's
the
the
way.
only one that actually.
Fuck El Clasico. I want to talk about Inter
What
Barcelona.
a
'Cause this
game.
was,
Oh, my days.
This is maybe, possibly from start to finish, one of the best Champions League ties I've ever seen, considering Inter opened the scoring a minute into the first leg.
2-0
and
up
then
twice.
It goes to extra time.
2-0 up
Just
twice, like in both legs, is nuts. Acherbi being the one to score an equalizer with his wrong foot, poacher's effort in the roof is nuts. Like, it's a great finish.
The man's 36.
What
He's
is he
come back
doing
from
there?
like cancer and
Yeah,
alcoholism.
what is he
And he's
doing
doing
there, man?
this.
Denzel Dumfries
for
was nuts.
Denzel Dumfries, what, 3 goals, 2 assists, or
Yeah,
2 goals,
2
3
goals, 3
assists?
assists. 2 goals, 3 assists.
Yeah, across the tie.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Lamine
can't talk
Yamal,
about Inter
terrifying.
I was gonna say you can't talk about Inter without talking about Jan Sommer.
What a save,
Fuck
man.
me,
Like, I
some of
mean,
those
you have to
saves.
score that. You have to score that. It's Garcia, right? Eric Garcia that missed it. But what a save. And then the one on Yamal at the end.
The one on Yamal.
Yeah.
Yes, that was the one. That's the one that seals it.
Just ridiculous. It's not often you see a goalie concede 3 times and still win man of the match.
Yeah. He was stellar. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy how like it almost makes you forget about the first leg. How crazy the first leg was.
Yeah.
That's how good that second leg was. Yeah.
Yeah. 3-3 both times. And then
I really enjoyed when Fratesi scores the winning goal.
Yeah.
And he runs up and starts climbing the fence, and he's screaming so hard that when he gets back to the pitch and the game restarts again,
he nearly passes out.
He needs to lie down.
Nearly passes out. Yeah, so much loss of oxygen. It's nuts. They asked him afterwards why he took that finish shot, or what he felt after scoring that goal. He was like, well, I needed to score, otherwise I was fucked. Because I think he decided not to pass to anyone else. I mean, there was a lovely, like, if you slow the shot down, there's this lovely, like, angle,
fraction of a second delay that he does on the shot as well.
Left
that sells the defender too.
Yeah.
Beautiful stuff. Just peak football, man, across this tie.
I hope, like, I'm rooting for them to win the final.
I think they will.
I'm a little bit concerned with, like, their legs. That's the thing with Inter. I'm a little bit concerned. Just, like, overall. Like, you saw in the second half in that game, they were tired.
Yeah, and then they found the reserves to go again.
They found something, you know what I mean?
My thing with Inter
PSG will be tough.
I just think they're a wise team, man. Like, I've said early on, I think they'll win the Champions League this season. They're not the best team, but they're like... They have this...
Clever.
Yeah, they're clutch, they're clever, they know how to manage games. They have that Real Madrid thing, like, from previous years where you think they're down and out, and somebody's just going to do what's required, man. And I think they're a bad analog for PSG because they will sit deep and counter. And Dumfries, if he's fit, he's going to cause problems down PSG's left. So, looking forward to it. I mean, PSG basically beat England to get here, right? That's what they did. Liverpool, Villa, Arsenal.
They eliminated every single Premier League team.
Think about that. Yeah.
So, Farmers League. Which one's the real Farmers League? Yeah.
Hey, at the same time, Kvaratskhelia is going to be very familiar with Inter, so that should be fun as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a very, very interesting final. I'm happy that it's not going to be like another Real Madrid or something like that.
Yeah.
Something to look forward to. Like last year was Madrid Dortmund, and going in everyone knew Madrid was going to win. This one's got intrigue.
Yeah. Inter have been knocking on the door for the past few years. So, I mean, I say that Marquinhos has been knocking on the door his entire life. What is it? 12 attempts or something I read for semifinals and finals that he's just not gotten over the line. It's nuts. Yeah.
He is. That boy has suffered every harrowing loss that PSG have had.
Yeah.
He's been there for all of them. Was there when they got eliminated by Chelsea on away goals. There for the remontada.
Bayern.
There when Ole Solskjaer's United knocked them out. There when Bayern beat them in the final. Like he's seen it all.
Yeah.
The sad part is that this could be the season where they get over the hill, because we've seen with Kane, we see potentially Tottenham. This could be PSG's year, given what's going on elsewhere. You know.
Jesus Christ.
It could be the trifecta. We see them all win.
We let Harry Kane win a trophy. It's all gone to shit.
Yeah, it's just the start. Yeah,
I think Inter will win. I'm backing Inter.
Yeah, they're only a point off the Serie A table, or Serie A stand, I should say. Napoli, I think 2 games left.
Yeah,
they're a point off. So they
they
got 2 things.
I think
they got 2.
They don't have momentum on their side, man. Yeah, I think.
No.
Napoli will see it through.
It's still open. Though.
It
2
is.
games left. It's still open. Yeah. So potential 2 fronts there. Yeah.
Well, only a few more game weeks left in this miserable fucking season. For more positivity like that, follow us on all socials at 442. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. As always, thank you for joining me, Tommy.
All right. Thank you, guys. Pleasure.
And thank you for joining me, Tony.
Good stuff. Enjoyed the chat as always.
Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.